not just that, you know, a lot of people have been asking for a lot of years, you know, who will be that person to kind of carry women's boxing. You look at Claressa Shields, she has all those qualities you want, and now the 2 gold medals on her resume. So yeah, Showtime or HBO or someone should call.
Well, you know, I brought Christy Martin to Don King.
You did. You said that in our last interview.
Okay. For women boxing, she are the truth. Christy Martin was a young fighter that comes out and just raw talent. She has the amateur pedigree. She's just so competitive, basically, on all levels. With the amateur experience, she's at a higher level. So why TV can't say, listen, this girl's a skill set. This is what makes women boxing. Now we presented her with, she done won 2 gold medals, and now she are set to be able to represent the next future of boxing. She's 21 years old. There's no limit. This girl could be greater than young Ali too, because Ali's daughter was the same way, raw talent that came out, presented herself, boxing many good fights, but she didn't have the competition out there. The girls that fought in the Olympic got the competition because the girls who fight in the Olympic was competitive. So now there's fighters all around the world that she can fight against. So now we can build future women's champions. Mm-hmm. Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what it's all about. Before, Christian Martin didn't even have a lot of competition because the competition wasn't there. But now, when the girls fought in the Olympics, now the competition is there.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, we got some news, boxingscene.com. I haven't really seen anybody in the YouTube boxing community make a video on this, and it is rather important, but so I thought I'd get this out there. But according to boxingscene.com, Claressa Shields, the 2-time Olympic women's boxing gold medalist for America, is going to make, or not is going to, but could make her pro debut on the Andre Ward-Sergey Kovalev undercard. Now, before I even get into the details of this, let me just give you guys my initial thoughts and say that Claressa Shields making her debut on a card like that would be great for her career because it's going to get, you're going to have a good crowd there. A lot of people are going to be at that fight. And honestly, if I'm main events, if I'm Kathy Duva, if I'm Rock Nation, the people putting on this card, I would put her on the televised portion. I would find a way to get Claressa Shields on the televised portion of this undercard. Not because she's going to be fighting anybody great, because it's a pro debut, it'll probably get somebody who's not that good as her opponent. But the reason being is because if you want to make the event bigger as a whole, if you want the ratings to be bigger as a whole, if you want people to buy the pay-per-view more as a whole, then it would make a lot of sense, business sense, to put a Claressa Shields who just won the gold medal. You could bring, you know, up and coming, you know, she's already kind of a name in America because of the Olympics. You could bring someone who's already has a lot of eyes on her. If they hear that she's fighting on a big card, some people might actually put some money on pay-per-view to come watch Claressa Shields fight, and you might get a couple more buys with her on the undercards. So that's just a thought that I wanted to get out there for main events, Rock Nation, anybody who might be watching this video. Because you never know who really watches these videos on YouTube. I get surprised all the time with how many people actually watch my videos. But anyway, here's what I wanted to. Here's what the article said. It says that multiple sources confirm that negotiations are ongoing to add Claressa Shields to the Kovalev Ward undercard on November 19th. And actually, it's funny because the Rock Nation Sports actually shares my same sentiments, my same opinions on how they should go about this. They think that Claressa Shields should be televised, should be the first fight people see on the opener. And yeah, you know, the other scenario obviously would be for her to fight on the untelevised portion. But I really think they're doing boxing a big disservice by not putting her on the televised portion, because for one, she is a 2-time gold medalist. I feel like she's earned that respect. Put her on the undercard where people can see her, the world can see her. That's number one. And you know, a lot of people are gonna hear about that if they hear that Claressa Shields is fighting on HBO. You know, people might actually check this card out, and that's only good for boxing. Oh, and another thing too is a lot of people in the YTBC. I know a lot of you guys have your opinions on women's boxing. Me, I personally like women's boxing. I like the Senisha Estradas of the world, the Amanda and Cindy Serranos of the world, Heather Hardy, those fighters. Now Claressa Shields coming into the picture. I like her. Noemi Vasquez. I can't say her name, but Celia Brachius. I don't know how to say her name, but her too. She's really good. Just the women's fighters who are truly good. I feel like they should get their shine. And while not all women's fighters are the best, I think there are some women who can fight. Latondria Jones is another one from the TMT fighter, and she's fine too. So, you know, if the UFC, and that's why UFC, that's one thing you guys gotta understand. The UFC has caught a huge, has caught a lot of traction in the casual sports fan market because of not just the fact that they're putting out a great product with the best matchups. Not just that, but for the simple fact that you have women who are being promoted properly, women who are getting that push, and women who are talented. That's why you see Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm and Miesha Tate and all these different girls. You know, they become stars, and the UFC as a whole has benefited from that. And that's one thing I don't think boxing fans truly understand is that if Senisha Estrada or Claressa Shields or Heather Hardy or Noemi Vasquez or Amanda or Cindy Serrano, if they become, if we as the boxing fans do our due diligence in just covering them, and they get to fight on some of these undercards, and maybe they get to headline a card one day down the road, then that's a win for boxing if they become bigger names and people come out to watch them fight. But that doesn't begin to happen until you begin to actually do some real promoting, and a lot of real promoting isn't being done for these women's fighters. So I am someone who wants to see boxing win as a whole, and if women's boxing isn't winning, then boxing as a whole will not win. That's just a simple fact of the matter. So I hope that Rock Nation, Kathy Duva, and all parties involved put this very talented gold medalist on the undercard. Claressa Shields can fight. She's definitely earned the right to be on a card like this, and I think it would do a lot better for the pockets of the promoters. I know that's ultimately what the promoters care about. It is their own damn pockets. So I'm trying to speak to you guys. It would be better for your own pockets if Claressa Shields fought on this undercard. So just take my word for it, and hopefully, you know, you guys listen. But let me know what you guys think. Should Claressa Shields fight on the televised portion of the HBO card between Andre Ward-Sergey Kovalev as it's being discussed? Let me know in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.